Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to the Times, Manchester United are moving closer to reaching an agreement with Borussia Dortmund to sign Jadon Sancho. Sancho's asking price has fell to £80 million plus add-ons. Recently, MUFC sources said that talks have progressed in the last few days regarding Sancho, but people inside Borussia Dortmund said negotiations haven't started. Fabrizio Romano said that Man United restarted talks to sign Jadon Sancho. Man United are close to agreeing a 5-year contract with Sancho. Fabrizio Romano revealed how much Borussia Dortmund want. They want from between £77 million to £81 million. Sky Sports have said that we'll have to pay £81.5 million to sign Sancho. We've already agreed the terms with the player. Man United were recently set a Jadon Sancho transfer deadline by Dortmund to get the deal done. Borussia Dortmund want Jadon Sancho's future decided before they go on pre-season camp on the 23rd of July. We want to get a deal done by next weekend. Man United could sign Sancho this week, as Sancho's already said he wants his future resolved before the start of the Euros. And Sancho has Man United transfer hopes, as Borussia Dortmund are looking for replacements. Jadon Sancho has a gentleman's agreement with Borussia Dortmund to join Manchester United, and we prefer Sancho over Harry Kane. Sancho to Man United last summer was extremely close. The personal terms had been agreed, the agent fees had been agreed, and the contract had been agreed. But the reason we didn't get him is because we was reluctant to meet Borussia Dortmund's £108 million valuation. We was only willing to pay so much up front. Dortmund made it clear to us last year that we had until the 10th of August to sign the player. We missed out on that deadline, so Sancho remained at Dortmund. Sancho's endured 4 years at Dortmund. Dortmund paid just £7 million for him from Man City, so they got him for next to nothing. He's got a contract with Dortmund until 2023. But yeah, he'll be a great signing for Manchester United. He's very good at creating chances. He can score very good goals. He will exceed expectations in the Premier League. He'll fit our team perfectly. Still young, got a lot of development in him. And he's got a very good friendship with Marcus Rashford. He does talk to Marcus Rashford a lot. So there are the reasons. But we've been in for Sancho now for like the last 2 years or so it has been a long-running transfer saga. I don't think Sancho is enough for us to challenge for the title next season. We do need more signings. Now, I want to give you some news regarding Youri Tielemans from Leicester. So narratives have said that Manchester United want Youri Tielemans. He could leave Leicester this summer. We've been asked to pay £55 million. Youri Tielemans was great in his second season with Leicester. Didn't miss a single appearance. Youri Tielemans won the FA Cup with Leicester last season. He scored the goal in the final, and it was a superb goal as well. He is a midfielder. His current contract expires with Leicester in 2023. I think he has been in talks over a new contract. Leicester got Youri Tielemans in 2019. They initially got him on loan, but then obviously Leicester got him permanently. They paid £40 million. They got him from Monaco, and before Monaco he was at Anderlecht. But he'd be a great addition to our squad. Don't forget, we got Harry Maguire off Leicester back in the summer of 2019. Liverpool are also interested in Youri Tielemans, by the way. They're basically seeing him as a replacement for Jorginho Wijnaldum because he's leaving Liverpool by the looks of things. Man United are in for Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid. Kieran Trippier recently told his England teammates that he wants to join Man United this summer. The Athletic have already said that Man United begun negotiations with Atletico Madrid to sign Kieran Trippier. He's been house hunting. The Manchester Evening News said that we revived our interest in Kieran Trippier because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is unhappy with Wan-Bissaka's attacking output. Wan-Bissaka is the only recognised senior right back at Man United at the moment. But I've got my reservations about Wan-Bissaka as well. I reckon we'll get Kieran Trippier for around £18 million. Arsenal are in for him. There's actually been talks of Kieran Trippier and Hector Bellerin swap there. Everton have been in for him. We went in for him in January, but we called our interest because Kieran Trippier got banned by FIFA for 8 weeks for breaching betting rules. His current contract at Atletico Madrid expires next year. Atletico Madrid paid £20 million for him from Tottenham in 2019. He won the La Liga with Atletico Madrid last season. Manchester United, are very interested in Rafael Varane from Real Madrid. Now, the other day, it's said Man United offered Rafael Varane a 5-year contract plus a higher wage than the one he's on at Real Madrid. And Fabrizio Romano did say that Rafael Varane is refusing a contract at Real Madrid. And Spanish outlet ABC said that Rafael Varane appears to favour making a move to Man United. But I can assure Varane is leaving Real Madrid. His contract talks at Real Madrid stalled a while ago. His current contract with Real Madrid expires next year. Now, it recently said we may have been handed a boost in our pursuit of Rafael Varane, with Carlo Ancelotti returning to Real Madrid, and it did mention that us and PSG made offers because it's impossible for Real Madrid to meet Rafael Varane's demands. And he said he could be available for €40 million, which is a bargain. Varane recently spoke out on his future. He said it's unlikely his future will be resolved for the summer's European Championships. Man United have already held talks with Varane's representatives. Real Madrid, I think, want £60 million. Not so long ago, they rejected a £40 million bid. We went in for Varane 10 years ago under Ferguson. We was prepared to sanction a £100 million move for him back in 2018. But it'd be a great signing for us because Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced. He'd exceed expectations in the Premier League. He'd go very well alongside Maguire in our back line. They would really complement each other. He's got a good pedigree as a player. He's won 18 major honours at Real Madrid. So they are the reasons. And he's been a long-serving player at Real Madrid. He's enjoyed 10 years with them. And he's made over 300 appearances in all competitions. But we still want the centre-half, despite Eric Bailly signing a new contract towards the end of last season. Man United also want Declan Rice. The summer transfer window opens in less than 2 days now. I'm really looking forward to the summer transfer window. You know, I'm expecting Man United to be very active. I'm expecting teams around us as well to be active in the summer transfer market. The summer transfer window will be Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is aware of how big the summer transfer window is going to be for himself and Man United in general. Solskjaer has promised Man United transfers in this summer transfer window, and he insists Man United are in the summer transfer market for a striker. It's very imperative Solskjaer gets the players he wants to recommend in. Solskjaer has already been given a 150 million transfer budget to buy around 4 or 5 new players. Solskjaer said he wants around 4 players in order for Man United to challenge for the title next season. And the board are backing Solskjaer with a new 3-year deal and summer signings despite our Europa League final loss. Players are going to leave Manchester United in the summer transfer window. So reflecting on that, our transfer budget will increase. Next season is going to be massive for Solskjaer, and I think he is aware of that. Next season, Solskjaer must exceed expectations if he is to remain Man United manager. If things start to go wrong next season, then I think he'll be under pressure. Then there's a very good chance he will get sacked. Next season will be his 3rd full season because now Solskjaer's enjoyed 2 full seasons at the club. But Solskjaer has not yet won a trophy as Manchester United manager. We haven't won a trophy since 2017, which is 4 years ago. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. I can assure Solskjaer is not the long-term manager for Man United, and I presume a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. But I think Solskjaer does deserve next season. You know, there has been some Man United fans demanding Ole out for a while now, especially, you know, after we lost that Europa League final. But I presume there's still a lot of United fans that are Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in, and they believe that he needs more time at the club. You know, if we do decide to eventually sack Solskjaer, who's going to come in to replace him? You know, we need someone with a big club arrogance and someone who's got a proven pedigree and stuff like that. You know, Ole has been in charge of Man United now for almost 30 months, so he's been in charge for over 2 years. I've got to credit Solskjaer, though, in a lot of aspects. You know, I think he has done a good job to say the squad he was left with when he got appointed in, and I didn't expect him to do as well as he has done, to be fair. Really didn't. You know, in his second full season, which was last season, he got us a second place finish. That isn't an achievement, but he still got us second place. He got us to the Europa League final. I know we didn't win it, but he still got us to the final, and that was his first major final as Man United manager. Last season when we went the entire season without losing away from home in the Premier League. He got us to the FA Cup quarter-final last season, got us to the EFL Cup semi-final. Did well in his first full season, got us to 3 semi-finals, got us a third place finish. I think he has made good signings as Man United manager, despite him not getting all the players he wanted to recommend in. Solskjaer's brought around 12 or 13 players in so far, and he's spent almost £300 million. A lot of the players he's brought in, he's obviously brought Daniel James in. I think that was his first signing as Man United manager. He brought Wan-Bissaka in, brought Harry Maguire in. That was the summer of 2019. January 2020 brought Bruno Fernandes in and Odion Ighalo in on loan. Ighalo left in January this year. And in the summer of 2020, he obviously brought Donny van de Beek in, Alex Telles, Edison Cavani, Amad Diallo, Traore and Facundo Pellistri. We loaned Pellistri out in January. So yeah, there are a lot of the players he brought in. And last summer, we got 4 players on deadline day. Solskjaer's got rid of a lot of the deadwood as well since he's come in. Solskjaer must have got rid of a good 13, 14 players. We recently released 8 players, and 6 of them were academy players. We recently released Romero, and we released Joel Pereira. And I like the way that Ole has promoted the youth. He's got a lot of trustworthy in his young players. So they are the positives. I've also got my concerns about Ole as well. My 2 biggest concerns about him, he hasn't got a proven pedigree as a manager. And his decision making also concerns me because in a lot of his games at Man United, he has been tactically naive. But there's also been some games where he showed tactical flexibility. Solskjaer's just got under a year left on the current 3-year contract he signed when he got the job permanently back in March 2019. It is a mistake giving him this new 3-year deal because I can assure he's not going to see out this new 3-year deal. But we appointed Ole in December 2018 and he's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. Ole's our best manager since Ferguson. He's our 4th permanent manager since Ferguson. The 3 managers we sat since Ferguson was Moyes, Van Gaal and Jose Mourinho. And we're not even really known as a sacking football club. Because we haven't really got the structure to keep sacking managers. As you all know, Joe Glazer recently had a fans forum. His first appearance in 15-16 year. He's actually said he'll give the manager financial backing. Try to bring some Galactico players in, aren't there? Obviously, there was a lot of protesting going on against the Glazers towards the end of last season at Old Trafford. You can understand the fans' frustration. The Glazers have been one of the biggest issues at the club for a while because the Glazers have put us in so much debt. And I hate the way the football club has been run in general now for a long time. Yeah, they've been with us 16 years. The Glazers bought Man United for $500 million back in 2005. Obviously, Woodward, he's standing down at the end of the year because it got announced earlier on this year that he resigned as Manchester United vice chairman. Woodward has had a 16-year association with the club, so who's going to be our new chairman to replace Ed Woodward? The players that should leave Man United in this summer transfer window is De Gea. I think Phil Jones needs to go. I think we need to loan Brandon Williams out. I think we need to get rid of Delors permanently. We need to get rid of Andres Pereira permanently. We need to offload Matic. We need to offload Van der Beek because he's not getting enough chances at Man United. Quite clearly, he's unhappy. I think we need to offload Juan Mata. and we need to offload Anthony Martial. And to be honest with you, I think we need to offload Alex Telles because he's seldom played. He's hardly played for Man United. And when we got Telles last year, I expected him to be our first choice left back, but Luke Shaw remains our first choice left back because we've seemed to get the best out of Luke Shaw, when Telles came in last year. There is really, really good players at Manchester United, and I've got to say, there is players that have improved. Edison Cavani, he's been superb since he come in. He's really, really made an impact. And you know what? I'm really, really glad that Cavani's staying for next season. Fabrizio Romano said towards the end of last season that Cavani signed a one-year deal. I didn't expect Cavani to do as well as he has done, to be honest with you, so I'm shocked in that aspect. So there again, he's got a good pedigree as a player because he did very, very well when he was at PSG, and he was at PSG for a while. Mason Greenwood, he's been superb since he broke into our senior squad. Despite him going a long time without scoring a goal, Greenwood made his senior debut in 2019 and he's been a United player since the age of 7. He has been part of the club for a long time. Last season, Greenwood signed a new 4-year contract with Man United. Sometimes we play him on the right, sometimes we play him centrally, but most of the time, we get the best out of him. Marcus Rashford, he's good sometimes, but he's endured bad periods as well. Rashford was very poor towards the end of last season. We need to keep Marcus Rashford on that left-hand side because that's where he's more effective. He's become injury prone as well because he's sustained a few injuries now at United. Bruno Fernandes, obviously he's very, very good as well. He's made the difference in the team. Bruno Fernandes is our best player and he's one of the best signings we have made since Ferguson retired. Bruno Fernandes has been consistent in a lot of games, but he's also been off the pace in quite a few games because we have overplayed him. Fernandes has been at Manchester United, is it around 15, 16 months, something like that now? He won Player of the Year not so long ago, and he's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. He predominantly plays as a number 10. Now, not so long ago, it said Bruno Fernandes is set to sign a new contract with Man United worth £200,000 a week. So reflecting on that, we're doubling his wages because at the moment he's on 100 grand a week. Fernandes admitted that he's been happy with the progress of Solskjaer's team. Fernandes' current contract expires in 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. We initially paid around 47 million for him, but the overall cost with add-ons is just over 67 million pounds. There you go. Paul Pogba, he's improved. We've been getting the best out of Paul Pogba in recent months. We really, really have. He does bring creativity to the team. Last season we played Paul Pogba a lot in more of an advanced role. He's much better in an advanced role than he is in a deeper role. He's sustained a few injuries at Man United. Pogba at one point he had a thigh injury and he's sustained a couple of ankle injuries. Solskjaer has come out and said that he hopes Paul Pogba stays and signs a new contract. Pogba's current contract expires next year because last season we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract. He said as well towards the end of last season that Man United were willing to offer Pogba a new £400,000 a week contract, but he said he was demanding £500,000 a week. But he said we'll sell Pogba if he doesn't sign a new contract. I think Cristiano Ronaldo's key to Pogba's future because it's said that we could sell Pogba if Cristiano Ronaldo leaves Juventus. It says Juventus are interested in bringing Paul Pogba back from Man United, but we'll have to sell Ronaldo to afford Pogba. because the price tag for Pogba is £90 million. You know, there has been talks of a Paul Pogba and Cristiano Ronaldo swap deal. As it stands at the moment, Pogba's our most expensive signing, paid £89 million for him, and he's endured 5 seasons at Man United since he rejoined. You know, Scott McTominay, he's a decent player as well, but he's not on that level where I want him to be at as yet. You know, McTominay needs more time. You know, he's still young, he's got a lot of development in him. Just after the first lockdown last year, he signed a 5-year contract with Man United. Luke Shaw has improved. He was our best player last season. You know, in a lot of his games, he showed very good attacking intent. He got into very good positions. He put good crosses into the box. Created good chances for his teammates. Provided width, and defensively was superb. He looked off the pace though towards the end of last season for like 3 games in a row. But Shaw's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries. He's been at the club 7 years now. Was the best left back in the league last season by far. Eric Bailly, you know, he's a good centre half. You know, my element of concern about Eric Bailly, he's just too injury prone. We probably did make a mistake giving him that new contract towards the end of last season. Eric Bailly's been at Man United now about 5 years, is it? Got him from Villarreal in 2016 for £30 million. Harry Maguire, aspects of his game have improved, but it was a big miss towards the end of last season. You know, Maguire had ligament damage in his ankle, sustained the ankle injury in our 3-1 win against Aston Villa. But we certainly overpaid for Harry Maguire. We got him in a deal worth £80 million from Leicester. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment and the second most expensive signing at the club. And Wan-Bissaka, you know, he's also a very, very good right-back. I think he's one of the best right-backs we've had since Gary Neville. Defensively, he's superb, but Wan-Bissaka's got to show more in the attacking third of the pitch. But there again, there was some games last season where he did show some good attacking intent, Wan-Bissaka, and he got in some good positions and put good crosses into the box. He's endured 2 full seasons now at Man United. Got him for like £50 million from Palace in the summer of 2019. Dean Henderson, you know, he's a very good goalkeeper. He was good in a lot of the games he was in goal for last season. You know, he's our number 1 now. We made the right decision putting Dean Henderson as our first choice goalkeeper. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you for today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.